Hey guys, and welcome. I'm Ali Mona of Team Leo, and I am so excited that you're joining me today for the Intro to Essential Oils class. In this class, you're going to learn the basics of essential oils, how to use them, and where to find extra resources. Let's get right into it. We're going to start with the basics. What are essential oils? To answer this question, we're going to look at three distinct qualities of doTERRA essential oils: natural, effective, and safe. And we'll go through each one. Let's start with natural. When I was first learning about the oils, I had this misconception that somehow oil distillers were able to just take the herb form and make it super compact into an oil form. And while essential oils are natural, they aren't simply herbs. Let's take a look at those two images. The essential oil can be found in tiny sacs on plant material and are extracted by either low heat steam distillation or by cold press, as is in the case with citrus fruits. I want to look at low heat steam distillation in that process. In this process, pressurized steam is circulated through the plant material. The essential oils are liberated from the plant and carried away by the steam. So, when the steam cools, the water and the oils naturally separate and the oil is collected. To ensure the highest quality oil extract with the correct chemical composition, the temperature and pressure must be closely monitored. Too little heat or pressure and the oil will not release. Too much and the oil's composition and potency will be affected. Now, one of our most popular oils is lavender because it is so versatile in its uses. In one 15 milliliter bottle of oil, there are about 250 drops. Can you take a guess at how many pounds or kilos of raw lavender plant it takes to produce just one bottle of oil? 30 pounds or 13.6 kilos about. So, as you can see, essential oil is extremely potent and concentrated. doTERRA oil is 100% pure, and now that you know a bit more about how it's processed, it's easy to see why doTERRA essential oil is 50 to 70 times more powerful and effective than the herb itself. In fact, I often make mint tea with 1 drop of peppermint oil to either help wake me up or to settle a bellyache. In order to get the same benefit from herbal mint tea, I would need to drink 28 cups of tea. Now what this means is that when we use oils, we can use them sparingly, which is both cost effective and environmentally friendly. Next, I want to move on to effective. Oils are effective as a natural health solution. But why? Well, they contain hundreds of different compounds that are able to provide our body with tools to combat environmental threats. Have a look at the image here. Nature produces the crops. The essential oils are extracted from the raw plant materials and they meet the body's needs. And then the body is equipped with the tools that it needs to heal itself. Now, we can never say that oils treat, cure, or heal any physical ailment, but we do know that the body is miraculous at taking care of itself when given all of the things that it needs. And that's where oils come in. Now, as a mom, one of my least favorite things is when I take one of my sick daughters to the doctor and the doc says to me, well, it's viral. There is nothing we can do about it. Unfortunately, there is truth to that statement, and here's why. The molecules of modern medicine are in fact too large to pass through the cell membrane where viruses like to hang out and wreak havoc. The great news is oils, being organic, can pass through the cell membrane and help our bodies battle viruses. And viruses are really just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many different properties of oils that we can look at. Antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, analgesic, which helps manage pain. If you didn't know that, I certainly didn't. Antidepressant, anti-inflammatory, antiparasitic, antiseptic, antispasmodic, astringent, expectorant, and stimulant. Man, the list can go on and on. And it's these specific chemical properties of the individual oils that impact our bodies and help us benefit in these specific ways. So we can sum all of this up by saying that oils work with the body to address issues and root causes on a cellular level. Right, so let's move along here to safe. Now, I will start out by saying that not all oils are created equal. You've probably come into contact with more essential oils than you know. There are toxic, man-made oils in many of the commercial products that we use daily, from shampoo to soap, processed food, cleaning supplies, massage oils, and even bubble gum. Now, over time, using these products create toxic overload in our bodies. So we want to avoid products with unnatural, impure fragrances and oils inside. So you might ask, what makes doTERRA different then? You may have noticed that doTERRA oils have a special trademark attached called CPTG. It stands for Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. The essential oil industry does not have a regulatory body over it that ensures purity and safety of every oil on the market. For example, you can go to Trader Joe's in the US or Muji here in China and buy quote-unquote pure orange oil. But on the side of the bottle, it says, do not ingest. Now that is puzzling to me. Clearly, it's not 100% pure, or you could surely eat it. With so many oils on the market to choose from, this next bit here really solidified the question, why doTERRA for me? Because there is no agency over the essential oil industry, doTERRA created this trademarked CPTG certification as an accountability measure to the consumer. What it means is that every batch goes through third-party testing to ensure that there are no impurities in the oil as they come in from processing from harvesters all around the world. What this means is that sometimes oils don't pass the test and don't actually come onto the market until the next crop is ready for harvest. In fact, there are 2 oils, Roman chamomile and Melissa, that didn't pass and are out of stock in this season. Now, as a consumer, I'm somewhat annoyed because I'd love to get my hands on a bottle of Roman chamomile. As a wellness advocate and as a mom who uses the oils on and in the bodies of every one of my family members, it gives me great peace of mind knowing that the bottles in my home have passed third-party testing and are truly 100% pure, safe, and effective. doTERRA is the only oil on the market to do third-party testing and to use the CPTG trademark. That is why I'm confident using these oils and these oils only as a natural health solution for my whole family, and you can be too. Let's go now to our next question. What are oils good for? Again, my initial perception of oils was just to help make my house smell good. I had no clue that I could use oils as a natural health solution. So now that we all know that, if you leave from today's presentation remembering one thing, I want you to have the perception in your mind that there's an oil for that. Belly troubles? There's an oil for that. Stress management, mood management, better sleep. There are oils for those too. Skin troubles, detox and immunity support, toxin-free cleaning, oils galore. The list goes on and on. So, like I said before, chances are there's an oil for whatever physical, emotional, or mental wellness challenges you or your loved ones are facing. We'll talk more about resources later in the presentation. Now that you know that there's an oil for that, let's talk about how we actually use the oils to maximize their benefits. First is aromatically. I am fascinated with the science behind aromatic use of essential oils, and I suggest that you research this on your own as well. When we smell the oils directly from the bottle, drop a drop or 2 on our hands and inhale deeply, or diffuse oils in a room, the natural chemistry of the oils directly affects the limbic system of our brain. The limbic system is responsible for making and storing memories and managing our mood. Experientially, we know this, right? The smell of freshly baked bread might transport you back to your mom or your grandma's house. There is a direct correlation between smell and memory, thanks to the limbic system. One application for this for us today would be, first, memory recall. We can diffuse oils for our kids while they're studying and then apply some of the same oil, like perfume or cologne, before a test to enhance memory recall. And we can do the same before a big presentation. Secondly is mood management. We can smell or diffuse oils directly to affect our mood in any circumstance, be it uplifting or energy enhancing when need be, or calming oils if that's what you're going for. The possibilities are limitless. Aromatherapy with oils are great for the office, car on the way to work, classroom, home, and study rooms. There are oils like On Guard or Purify that can actually help rid the air of airborne pathogens. Diffuse them in the classroom or at home during flu season. Also, consider Easy Air or Breathe at night in the diffuser to help with any respiratory challenges as well. The next way that we can use oils is topically or directly on the skin. I like to break this up into 3 different parts. Systemically, localized support, and mood management. Remember, you do your research as well. These are general guidelines to help get you started. I want to start at the bottom of our feet. Any oil that we want to affect our bodies systemically, meaning all the way through, we can put on the bottom of our feet. Some examples would be for immunity support, stress relief, or enhanced sleep. The bottom of our feet is a fantastic gateway into the cells of our bodies with very little sensitivity for quote-unquote hot oils like oregano. 1 or 2 drops will do, and if you're really advanced, you can look into reflexology charts for specific points on the feet that correlate to specific parts of the body and add a few seconds of massage with the oil application. If you're a beginner, try the big toe for emotional or sleep support, and for immunity, location doesn't really matter. When in doubt, oils on feet are a good idea, especially on young children, elderly, or very ill people. Next, let's talk about localized support. One general rule of thumb is, if you can see it, rub it. For example, I have a small patch of extra dry skin on my upper arm. I don't put my skin blend on the bottom of my foot and expect it to work its way up to my arm, right? I rub the oil directly on the spot myself. Other than skin challenges, here are a couple of additional examples. Deep blue, wintergreen, or lemongrass can be applied to areas with joint or muscle ache. Easy Air or Breathe would be applied to the chest. Digest Zen can be rubbed right on the belly for digestive support. Lavender can be applied to diaper rash, burns, or itchy patches. And TerraShield is applied to the skin as a mosquito repellent. Again, the list goes on and on. The general rule again, if you can see it, rub it. And add fractionated coconut oil to cover larger areas. Fractionated coconut oil is great. It's always liquid, it's amazing for blends, and it doesn't smell like coconut oil, which is nice because it doesn't affect the natural aroma of the essential oil. Lastly here for topical application is mood management. Any oil that we're expecting to affect our mood, we can wear as we would perfume or cologne. So, drop a drop on your wrists, rub your wrists together, and then rub along the sides and up the back of your neck towards the base of your skull. Some examples might be Balance, Serenity or Lavender Peace, Citrus Bliss, Wild Orange, any of the aromatherapy kit like Cheer, Motivate, or Forgive. It's really up to you. Okay, so to recap, we've covered aromatic use and topical use. Let's move on to internal use of essential oils. Remember before when we talked about CPTG oils and what it means? Well, ingestion of essential oils is only for doTERRA CPTG oils. Please don't go into your cupboard and drink something that says do not ingest on the side. It is obviously not pure or meant to give therapeutic results, so please don't ingest. Now we've learned that we can ingest doTERRA CPTG oils, but why would we? Here are some examples. The oils are great for gastrointestinal trouble, like an imbalance of good and bad bacteria in the gut, or a bellyache. Consider oregano in a capsule, Digest Zen, ginger, or peppermint. If you're looking for detox, consider zendocrine and lemon oils. Many of us have heard that drinking lemon water is good for us, right? Well, compared to fresh lemon, which can be pricey, hard to source organically and clean fully, ingesting lemon water made from doTERRA's CPTG lemon oil is a healthy, toxin-free, refreshing option for gentle detoxification. Ingesting doTERRA oils is great for assisting in weight loss as well. Do your research on a blend called Smart and Sassy, or Slim and Sassy, depending on your market. There are 5 oils in the blend, and just to give you an idea of the power behind what doTERRA has created for us, it's worth going through them. There's cinnamon, which helps balance blood sugar to help curb cravings. Lemon, which cleanses and uplifts the mood. Ginger, which is great for belly trouble associated with dieting or changing our diets. Grapefruit, even smelling grapefruit helps curb hunger. And then there's peppermint, which is uplifting and helps to soothe our belly. Take 3 to 5 drops in water 3 times a day, or sip it throughout the day for metabolism support. And our last example here is cellular regeneration. Do your research on the amazing properties of frankincense, the king of the oils. Take a drop every day under your tongue for healthy cells, or look into DDR Prime, the cellular complex blend. Now, if you're feeling overwhelmed with info, that is natural. And this may be a good place to reiterate the need for you to do your own research. Start at doTERRA.com, which gives you links to all doTERRA sites. doTERRAblog.com has some awesome recipes and other basic info to help you learn as you use. Check out other oil lovers' postings on Pinterest or YouTube. After we finish this lesson, you will be armed with enough of the basics to make some intelligent decisions and discern what you're comfortable with as an oil user. There's one more thing I'd like to cover quick, and that is essential oil safety. Oils are safe and gentle and do have very few side effects. Here are some general guidelines around safety. We never, ever put oils in our ears, eyes, or nose. Skin sensitivity is the primary safety issue, so you can always test a patch of skin on the underside of your wrist with a bit of oil. Some quote-unquote hot oils like cinnamon, oregano, and clove might need dilution, so follow all labeling directions carefully. You can see a key on the bottom of this slide. A, T, and I indicate which oils can be used aromatically, topically, and internally. And then to the right, you'll see N, S, and D. N stands for neat and means that the oil can be applied directly to the skin in most circumstances. S stands for sensitive. Dilute these oils for young, old, or sensitive skin. And finally, D stands for dilute. You don't ever want to put these oils directly on the skin. Now, when we say dilute, we mean with a carrier oil, not water. Water will push the oil deeper into the skin, whereas the oil will dilute it properly. Please keep that in mind. We've learned a lot about doTERRA's products, but not much on doTERRA as a company, so I want to touch on this briefly. doTERRA started in 2008. The company is a billion-dollar company, which is 100% debt-free. This solid foundation demonstrates a level of stability in the marketplace, and they're committed to sustainable sourcing globally, so that the 3 million global wellness advocates will have access to the amazing products for generations to come. And if you're watching this presentation and you thought of a friend or family member in another country, chances are we can get products to them too. We ship in nearly 100 nations and have offices in 17. Talk to the person who shared this video with you for more information. Now, I touched on this earlier briefly, but I'd like to say it again as I close up today. Oils don't prevent, treat, or cure diseases. Our lifestyle choices play an enormous role in our health and wellness. And when we give our bodies what they need, our bodies are equipped to take care of themselves. This is doTERRA's wellness pyramid. At the foundation is eating right, then exercising, resting and managing stress, and finally, reducing toxic load on our bodies. The more we can do these things intentionally, the less we have to seek medical attention. But let's be honest, what happens usually? Well, this wellness pyramid gets flipped on its head. We get sick and head to the doctor. And what does she tell us? That we need to eat right, exercise more, rest and manage our stress, and take steps to reduce our toxic load. So, the great news is doTERRA has products that can help us in each of these areas. I encourage you to use the resources you learned about today and start filling in your own knowledge gaps. Team Leo has live and recording trainings each week to help you continue on your path to living the doTERRA lifestyle. Connect with your leader today to gain access. Thank you so much for dropping in today. It was a pleasure introducing you to doTERRA Essential Oils.